Previously, on Into the Undervoid, Gil, Loom, and myself made our way through the swamp when Loom said that there were approaching entities. He didn't know if they were bad, but he seemed to give us the impression that they were, and that we should hide, or hightail it out of there. So, naturally, Gil wanted to fight.
The D20 Syndicate presents Into the Yonder Void. Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
What's up, nerds?
the glasses shake.
Yeah.
A weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5e actual play podcast. I am your host and DM, Seth, and around the table we have our players.
I'm Billy. I'm not Ron Pearlman. I'm not Dwayne Johnson. I am not The Rock. I am not A Rock. And I play Nezreal.
You play Nezreal?
Yep.
Smashing the name together.
You thought I was to get Nezreal in here.
You thought I was going straight forward with like my matter-of-factness, and then I threw in the silly right at the end.
I'm Tomas. I play Rock Hudson.
Okay.
I don't know much about rocks. I'm Lindsay, and I'm 100% not a rock, and I play Fee.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Can.
That's right. Each week we record for your listening pleasure and tell you geological facts about actors.
Yeah.
Fossils are bullshit. It's all a lie. It's styrofoam.
The devil put dinosaurs here.
Sometimes you can eat rocks if they look like they'd be good in a sandwich.
Sometimes you can kick rocks.
Some animals
me off
eat
enough.
rocks to digest the other animals they eat along with the rocks.
And miscellaneous other rock facts.
The Rock was a 1996 movie from Jerry Bruckheimer and Tony Scott.
Directed by Michael Bay.
Sean Connery.
Some consider it a, what's the word I'm looking for?
Classic.
Modern day
Classic. No.
retelling of the Cinderella story.
Unofficial. I'll go with unofficial sequel to Sean Connery's James Bond run.
We got there.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, where's it going?
We got there.
Yeah.
I had to throw down some road flares, though, still under construction.
Yeah.
My brain's broken.
Much like Nicolas Cage did in the 1996 movie The Rock, because he had those flares up as the bombs were coming down. Spoilers for The Rock, but yeah, shit blows
spoilers.
up. In a Michael Bay movie? What?
If you haven't seen this nearly 30-year-old film, got some bad news for you.
It's pretty satisfying.
Now it's time for tonight's Around the Campfire question.
Oh, shit.
Tonight's question, I want to know, of ethos, pathos, and logos, which style of interaction are you most susceptible to? Now, for those of you listening that might not know,
Those were the other three musketeers.
What? Oh.
Kiefer and Oliver and
Kenny.
Company.
logos appeals to reason and logical arguments. Ethos appeals to status or authority for trustworthiness. And pathos appeals to emotions, for instance, anger or sympathy. So, which style of persuasion are you most susceptible to? I will start with Gil.
I would definitely say that I would be more susceptible to ethos. I don't listen to anyone that I know whose ass I can kick, which is a lot of people. But if you have power, and I can tell you have power, if you have clout, if I've heard of you before, if you're more famous than the devil of the deep, then I might listen to you a little bit.
Very nice.
I didn't see that one coming.
What did you see coming?
Not
yeah,
that.
I have a skewed version, I guess, of what ethos is.
I thought
ethos was ethics. I thought it was literally logic, ethics, and passion.
No, it's like strength of authority. Like, oh, I should listen to him because he's like the president or something. Like he's well known. He has renown.
Credibility.
Or holy shit, it's Michael Jordan. I should probably listen to Michael Jordan.
Weird. Why have I thought ethos was ethics this whole time?
Because they
it
start with
the same three letters.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Also Ethernet. All right, let's go with Nezra.
I thought it was fucking internet, bro.
Well, I know I would like to claim that it's logic that I primarily follow or would be susceptible to. But if I'm being honest with myself, it's probably pathos.
Why is that?
Because I'm weak.
Yikes. Emotions are for little babies.
All right. Fee.
God damn it. So I hate to copy someone else, but
You don't know what they said?
okay, good. So I'm an individual.
Okay, phlebotomy.
And I would like to, I mean, I do think logos probably does come into play most of the time. Okay, some of the time. But as a majority, I do think it's pathos. But I try to not get swayed with pathos, but I'm still kind of finding my reins on my big feelings, you know? So, yeah, I kind of pathos, probably. Hint of logos. I'm getting closer.
Hint of lime.
Growing in logos.
Well, thank you very much, Fee.
Yeah.
And Can.
Logos.
Why?
Because if something is explained to me and it makes sense, then I'm in.
All right. Anything you'd like to add on that?
Well, I guess I don't really care, about status too much.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what I was waiting for. Okay, shall we get started?
I suppose
Hell yeah.
we maybe could.
Lay it on me.
Yeah. All right, when we last left off, we were still bisected. Two groups, Nezra and Gil in the swamps, and Can and Fee near the entrance to the cave, where all the Besidi children are purportedly being held. Nez and Gil, you were being approached at a casual speed by these humanoid creatures that seem to be related in some way to the kidnapped Besidi. And Nez, you were hiding in a bush with Loom. You had magically enhanced some rocks. Gil, you were being a dryad and hiding at the top of a tree. And Can and Fee, you guys were hiding in the bushes in a different area when suddenly you saw some sort of magical disturbance in the force on top of these boulders, and you heard a coughing sound and somebody saying, "Oh shit." So, we're going to pick up with Gil and Nez. So let me pull this map up.
So when I had first peeped on them, I wanted to see if I could see if there was weaknesses on them. Like you said, they had organic armor and shit on, but is there gaps in that armor? Stuff I
now
could
that they're
target?
closer, I'll allow you to do a perception at advantage since you're looking for something very specific. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's a natural 20.
Ooh, for a total of
27.
Ooh.
27. Nice. Okay, so yeah, you're looking for any apparent weaknesses. Even though they have armor on and they've got some organic material to it, they do have a lot of exposed area to their forms. Their armor, it seems like they would thrive, much like in maybe the island of Luta, somewhere in a warmer climate or an area where the climate isn't as important, because it is kind of very light, almost barbarian in a sense, in like classic barbarian style, where they've got some stuff on, they've got some pauldrons, they've got some like chest pieces, but it's a lot of like not full length pants, more like battle skirt type stuff, and light boots. So there's a lot of exposed skin. They also, as you like watch them move, they're more focused ahead and not so much focused like in their immediate vicinity. As I kind of mentioned before, they just kind of marched, through the marshy swamp without really heeding anything in their direct path, because their eyes are always like, they're either focused on each other or they're focused outwardly, looking for any signs of what appears to be like attack or something. So there are some things that you notice that could be utilized to your benefit. Was there anything in particular that you were trying to pay attention to other than that?
Mostly like where I could shoot them.
Yeah, they got a lot of exposed skin, so definitely any of those areas.
They seem to have the same basic configuration of limbs and stuff. Like I could assume that like arteries are in the same spot or something.
It definitely looks like that, yeah, based on your perception check. They're very humanoid. They're tall and lean, but it's lean and muscular as well. And that, like I said, they look very scrappy, like they can handle themselves. So they clearly, they hold themselves in a way that they believe that they are dangerous.
We're working with European car rules. Hearts in the butt. Shoot them in the butt.
Okay, so I am going to ready in action.
Okay.
When they pass me, I'm going to throw one of the eggs in the area of the trap to try and get their attention.
Okay. All right, so they continue moving up. And Nez, are you going to do anything, or are you just going to wait?
I'm waiting for Gil's signal.
Okay. And they keep moving along, chatting. Now they're talking about how hungry they are. They can't wait for a rest. And as they get to the tree, Nez, they kind of like look up at it. Not Nez, Gil. They kind of look up at it, and you're currently hiding. Is that a racial trait of the Dryad that you're utilizing?
The Dryads just look like plant creatures, and I made it to look like a barky tree.
Gotcha.
being.
So give me I'll let you decide if you want to do deception or if you want to do... Yeah, it'll be deception. Do deception with advantage, since you laid the groundwork for preparing.
I was going to argue for stealth, but my deception is higher.
Yeah. I feel like this is more deception because you're pretending to be part of the tree as opposed to like straight up hiding.
Dirty 20.
I wish all these trees would stop lying to me.
That was a dirty 20.
A dirty 20?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. You see like one of them look up and like kind of like shift, and another one's like, "What do you see?" And he just kind of like looks. Nothing. It's fine. Let's continue on.
You've been received.
And yeah, they continue on. You let me know how close you want them to be to the trap before you spring it.
Say when.
So yeah, they pass the tree. They keep on moving on. Nez, are you doing anything?
In my worry, like at this point, I've seen them. They look like pretty gnarly dudes, and I want to not immediately assume that they are bad guys.
Okay.
But in my worry, I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
I reluctantly cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay, gotcha. So you cast Armor of Agathis, and the crystalline structure kind of goes over your flesh. And yeah, they continue on. Loom, yes.
So, before you start dragging everyone, I want to throw the egg now so that the hope is that one person goes out to investigate and maybe springs the trap. So if as long as they're 10 feet ahead of me, then I'm going to throw the egg.
Okay. Yeah, they're all about 10 feet ahead of you at least. Are you trying to hit the trap, or are you just trying to hit nearby?
I'm just going to try and funnel them towards it.
Okay, gotcha. So go ahead and give me a throwing weapon roll, so a strength roll, I guess, or your strength modified on an egg.
I just did dex because it's ranged.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. An egg. Yeah. You absolutely can use dex then.
That'll be 18.
18, yeah.
Nice.
You kerplunk right next to the trap, and it there's a splatter, and you watch as they're just like they all kind of jerk around, and you hear them go, "What was that? I don't know what that was. Should we go investigate?" "Well, obviously we should investigate." And they all start marching forward towards this egg where it was dropped. And Nez, you see Loom tense up as these guys have gotten really close to you, and they're they get close enough, and then one of them kind of throws his hand up. Never mind. He throws his hand up. He's like, I thought I saw what it was, but it doesn't matter. And they continue on until one of them steps on the trap. And you watch. I'm going to have Fee roll 3 d10s for me, but I need you to tell me what each individual number is.
Okay. I have a 4, a 3, and a 3.
Okay, so you guys watch. Weirdly, as it steps on this trap, there's a shining light underneath this, and they're all clustered pretty close. There's a shining light underneath this creature as it steps down on the soft dirt where this trap lay, and it kind of blossoms out, and you guys see up in the air above this creature appears to be some insane looking, you're not sure if it's a spell or what, but it looks like reels of some kind, and you watch them start spinning. And tink, 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 and it shows, you said 433?
Yep.
You guys see a flame symbol appear on one of the reels. Then you guys see a tree on another reel. And then you guys see another tree on the third reel. In the air, just magically created. And then it disappears. This all happens in less than a second. And suddenly, vines of flame have grown out of this trap and wrap around this creature, just snare him up, and he's screaming, "Aah!" And they wrap him up, and it turns into this long tendrils of vines of flame that kind of branch out. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of these 6 are struck by this in the area of effect for a lot of damage. You guys watch as the one that initially stepped on it erupts into flames, body parts go flying everywhere. The other 3 that are hit are badly burned, and since all 3 of them are in the water, they are laying in the water, while the other 2 are standing there they get their weapons ready, and they are very, very confused. I'm going to need everybody to give me initiative.
Is that guy dead?
Us too?
Yeah. No,
Nice.
sorry, those 2.
So, you could say, "Reel in the sky keeps on burning."
That was good.
All right. For that, you can have a D4 of DM inspiration for this session.
Nice.
That was really good.
And they don't know, none of them know we're here yet, right?
Correct.
So they're all surprised. So we will all
Yes.
go first no matter what.
Yes, you all have a surprise round, but you will have to roll initiative.
7 for me.
7?
Yep.
Was that with an addition at all?
No.
Okay, you don't have a bonus to...
Well, I mean, I have a +3.
Okay, so you rolled 4.
No, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so you will go first because you and Loom got the same number.
Oh, I see.
And then Nez, what'd you get?
Nez has 14 and Sif has 12.
12, okay. And then Gil and Loom. All right. Okay, so Nez, what would you like to do? You see that there's one of these has clearly died instantly on Loom because of Loom's trap.
Fuck yeah, Loom.
And the 3 are very badly injured, and they're laying in the water. The 2 on the outside of the group have readied their weapons, and they're scanning. One of them looks like they're already getting ready to cast a spell.
I'm going to say this just because I don't think you'll ever do it. So it's not metagaming. But I think it would just be so cool if you walked up and just did a breath weapon in a line, like against all those fuckers.
So I'm not going to lie. I was considering doing something of the sort, not necessarily breath weapon, but definitely goading them toward
Tomas,
me.
you metagaming piece of shirt.
Well, that was an accidental metagame.
Accidental. Yeah, actually, with that, so like all my nervous, like I'm just a bundle of fucking nerves at this point, and seeing that guy go up in flames and seeing them be like at the ready now, I'm just sort of like, I can't fucking just wait anymore on the sidelines. So Nez is just gonna like stand up really quickly, like, and go, hey. And just kind of like awkwardly start walking towards them, holding out my my staff. Again, still kind of imitating what I saw on the beach after meeting Gil and everybody, and seeing Gil with his rapier. And I'm just gonna kind of pantomime Gil with his rapier with my staff towards them.
How far up are you using your whole movement?
I'll do. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I will.
Okay. 30 feet.
Yeah.
Did you take your stones with you, or did you leave them with him?
Loom has them. I gave them to Loom because he kind of indicated that he was more of like a speed guy. He's kind of more dexterous, not necessarily like
yeah, he was trying to imply he's the opposite of a tank.
So I figured he would be good at like running around with them and just kind of like throwing the stones at them at a distance kind of thing.
Very nice. Are you going to do anything else with your turn? Because you still have an action you can do.
Ooh.
But you're about 10 feet away from one of the uninjured ones, who's like wildly like looking around.
He's upset, I bet too. No, I'm just gonna kind of point at him with the staff like a rapier, like still, and just say,
I'll have you know, we have you surrounded. You all should leave immediately.
Very nice. Gil, what are you doing?
Is Sif doing anything?
It's not much I can have him do at this point, other than just like kind of keep an eye on things and let me know if anything. I'll say, do laps around the perimeter and make sure that nothing comes up and surprises us.
Okay. So I'll head out like a little bit like this. Okay, Gil.
I will withdraw my bow and I will pull an arrow and it will turn green and it will coil with vines around it, and I will shoot it in the area where the second guy is from the left.
So one of the injured ones laying in the water?
Yep. And I'm going to cast Entangle, and it has a 20-foot radius around it, so it should get everyone but Nez.
Gotcha. Yep. Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Go ahead and roll to attack.
I don't need to roll. You need to.
This isn't like an additive. Okay, gotcha.
It's just how he casts save. Strength 13.
Okay. And I'm rolling for all of them.
Yep.
Okay. Literally all of them failed the strength save.
Nice.
I did not roll higher than a 6. So, unless your save is a 6 or lower.
Nope.
So you strike this one with the arrow, and it is hit by your spell, and then in the radius around it, they all are hit by Entangle. So it just in that instance, there's like blown up pieces, some of them falling, still on fire, and then all of a sudden one of the ones on fire is now entangled, and the rest of them are all involved in that as well. Anything else you'd like to do?
That is my... Actually, I can't. Never mind. That's my turn.
Okay. All right. Loom is going to utilize one of the stones. What's the range on those stones, did you say? Was it 60 feet?
If it's thrown, yes. 60 feet.
Okay. He's going to step out a little bit so that he has a clearer shot, and he's going to aim it right at this guy in front of you Nez, one of the guys who he still hasn't gotten a chance to do anything. He's now entangled. And go ahead. It's a spell attack, right? So I would use your spell bonus.
Yep. So you'll attack. The attacker adds my spellcasting ability modifier, which is... I'm so sorry. It says +3 and +1. Oh, +3 for wizard, +1 for warlock. It's a warlock spell, so I would imagine the +1.
Okay. So this actually does not hit.
You roll with advantage because he's restrained.
Oh, you're right. Okay. That is a natural 20. So,
Hell yeah.
So he looked like he was lining up a shot and then second guessed himself, and then you watch as this just pebble shoots across like a fucking fired out of a cannon and hits this thing. And what is my damage for this? You said 1d6 plus
1d6 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay.
Which is +3.
All right. So 1d6 plus 3. And that is a 6 plus 3, so 9 damage. So max amount of damage you could do. Just
nice.
Boom, conks this thing right in like the area underneath its chin and the throat. It's and
Man, he threw that stone good.
He rookie of the yeared that bit.
yeah, exactly. Just lined it up and fired. All right, now Canon Fee, we are back to you.
Okay.
You
Canon
guys
and Fee.
You guys were on that area, and you guys had discovered this distortion and heard that noise. There's something carriage-sized, slightly invisible, mostly invisible, but you can still kind of see the shape as the sun went behind the clouds.
Now that we have kind of noticed it, can we, perceive more?
Give me perception.
Okay.
Both of you can do this.
I was going to have asked Crumb if he would just fly up to get a better vantage.
You can also do that if you don't want to do perception. 15? Okay.
Can I do both?
I'll choose one.
Okay, I'll go perception.
Man, entangle fucking rules too.
Okay, 19.
19 for perception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you guys get a much better look. You guys start moving a little bit, and yeah, you can see that as I kind of mentioned previously, it's roughly carriage sized and height, but it's got like smoother sides to it. It's not as boxy as a carriage might be. It's almost like it's got a streamlined shape to it. You often see kind of like the bottom of or the front of a ship might be. Definitely more like smooth and angular, but you can't see in it. But you can definitely see that there's something magical about this, and there's something that whoever's inside of it can see out because they see that you've seen based on the fact that you heard them say shit the moment you guys noticed it.
Okay.
Oh, they can.
How far away is it?
It's about 15 feet above you.
Okay.
Oh, it's that close?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can we tell that they see us?
I mean, you can only assume based on what just happened. You can also choose to not notice that happened.
No, yeah, no. Okay, then I'll just kind of... I'm a little anxious anyway, waiting. I'll be like, who the fuck are you? What are you doing here?
Ken, what are you going to do?
I want to cast Entangle
Okay.
on that area.
All right. So go ahead and you can cast that while Fee's yelling, who the fuck are you? All right, what's my save?
Strength 14.
So you notice that when you cast Entangle, it kind of goes around this shape and then kind of recedes. It's like it doesn't take purchase, but you've learned some valuable information.
That's not valuable information. That's a waste of a really limited use spell.
You've learned some valuable information because now you can see the true shape of this thing because your Entangle went over it, and now you can see without any doubt what this thing looks like, and it literally looks like a tiny little ship sitting on top of here. It's still obscured, but the shape that your Entangle took allowed you to see it, even though it was just for a brief second. And as you yell out, Fee, who the fuck are you? You hear, nobody.
Well, obviously there is somebody here. We just heard you say, oh shit.
No, I didn't.
You super did.
Look, guy, we need to know if you're like on the side of those things or not, because that's going to make a difference in how we interact.
I'm not on anybody's side. I'm not anybody.
Can you be a little bit more specific about that?
Yeah, what are you doing on top of rocks in this weird ship thing?
Nothing. I'm not here at all.
Okay, you need to get straight with us. You need to tell us real answers. These are not answers that are gonna go okay. Just work with us a little.
Yeah, sick and fee. Tell him about how you're gonna tear him apart and eat his bones.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you ever heard Little Guy, but if it comes to it, maybe I'll have to.
Don't know what you're talking about. There's nobody here.
Okay, so we
don't
could
have
probably
time for
climb up
this.
to his level, right?
I mean, you could attempt to. You said something about potions of climbing.
Potions of climbing,
If you
yeah.
want to
I'm gonna quick down my potion of climbing and then throw the glass and start climbing up by him.
Okay. Also, even if it wasn't your intention, give me an intimidation roll.
Okay.
Are you also going to take a potion of climbing? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys, your climbing speed will be equal to your walking speed, and you'll have advantage on climb.
Okay, 25. But okay.
Yeah, at advantage.
Okay, so that was 25 for intimidation. And then did you say
gotcha.
we're rolling to climb too?
Yeah, so it'll be a strength, athletics. Sorry.
Okay. And that's
But you'll have it at advantage.
I rolled a 20. So
A natural 20?
yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so what's that total?
I have a +0, so 20.
Okay. Did you roll that with advantage?
Yeah, that was my first
Okay.
roll though, so
Okay, gotcha.
yep.
And what'd you get?
13.
13 with advantage? So Fee is clearly pissed off and just like leaps onto the rock and finds like a perfect handhold and just like wrenches herself up and goes up super quick. While you follow a little bit slower behind, Can. You know, it's a little bit spaced out a little bit differently, so you're still doing fine, but not nearly as quick as Fee.
I love the imagery of somebody angrily climbing up something.
Yeah, she like vaults.
It's like
she
spider
vaults
monkey,
up there.
just like.
But yeah, Fee, you get there and you see like this like distortion, and now you've seen that it kind of looks like a mini ship, but you don't. It's still like imperceptible as to what's inside. And then after a moment, Can climbs up behind you, and yeah, now you guys are up there.
Can I touch it?
You can try.
I touch it.
You get like kind of like a almost. It was kind of like that bubble in Anoka, that soundproof bubble. You kind of get like a little bit of a rebuff, but not like painful or anything like that. It's just like almost like you can't quite push through it. It's definitely a magical barrier.
Okay. Can you just show yourself and stop playing this game? We're already waiting and planning on doing some other stuff, so I don't know.
We're busy.
We are super busy, and we need to know if either you're going to be our friend or if you're going to be like someone else that we need to fight.
A foe.
A foe.
Don't know what you're talking about. There's nobody here. Just keep on moving.
I
keep
cast
on
Fairy
trucking,
Fire.
baby.
There you go.
You cast Fairy Fire. Okay. All right. You cast Fairy Fire on this rock or this distortion. Is there a save for? Yeah. What's the save?
Dex 14.
Oh yeah. No, you're absolutely going to immediately cast Fairy Fire on this. It lights up like a beacon.
Okay.
What else do you guys want to do?
Does that showcase the form at all anymore?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you can definitely see all of its features now, and it's because it's it's shining bright. It looks like a mini ship, but you can also see the outline of where there's like a little hatch for it. It's where the doorway might be.
Okay. Well, I'll go to the doorway and open up that hatch, or try to.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Okay.
When we say mini ship, in the regard of like a full size ship, it's miniature, but it's still like the hatch is like normal person size, or like a miniature ship, like the ship that I have, like miniature.
No, it looks like what would be a full-fledged ship, but it's roughly the size of like a carriage. So it's like about 6 foot long, about 8 foot tall.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
So I rolled a 9, but I'm going to tell him, hey, buddy, I made your ship light up. So if you were trying to hide and stay invisible, I mean, you might want to just come on out and I can take this spell away, or you're basically a light right now. So
If you turn it off, I promise to let you in.
You have to get out first.
I can't. You have to turn it off first. Otherwise, everything's they're gonna come here, and
I
then they're
am
gonna
not
attack.
going to make a deal. They can come here. I cannot wait more. I've reached my quota.
That will hurt you more than it'll hurt me. I'll just stay in here.
Does your ship not get hurt?
No.
Can you let us in? Does your ship
Turn
move?
it off. Turn it off, and I'll let you in.
Having seen a
Let me
bunch of
roll
ships in my
insight.
life.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Can I roll insight to see if he actually will let us in?
Sure, in a sec. What were you saying?
I was saying, having seen a bunch of ships in my life, do I recognize anything familiar about this ship, like that would place it from a certain area
Give me
or link it
history.
to any kind of creature?
Give me history, and then you can go ahead and give me insight, Fee.
Okay. It was almost 18.
Oh my god, I'm
But then
rolling
it's
my
5.
buttholes.
Not
5?
buttholes.
Yeah. I don't believe you.
I'm gonna add a d6 to that.
Oh, wait. I might use my... If I have any kind of shit. Oh, no,
You
I don't. I don't.
What a fucking waste.
I know.
13.
13. So you kind of, it looks very similar to some of the vessels you've seen coming out of Starstrom at times, but in like a more minute scale. Like based on the way that looks, you don't think that this thing would be fit for actual voyage. You think that this is some sort of imitation ship, weirdly enough.
Yeah, but it would have to be inspired by something.
Yeah, from like the Starstrom, like a lot of the like ships that come out of Starstrom. There are very specific ideas of ship, construction in different areas, and it's very much Starstromese. Starstrommer.
I've met people from Starstrom.
Yeah, you got one right with you.
Starry Stoner.
You got 2 people in your party that are from Starstrom. Kind of.
Do I know like the general greeting then?
Yeah, I mean,
What's
you've
up,
been,
man?
Yeah,
It's General Kenobi.
yeah, you would know that. I mean, it's the same as like talking to Fee or talking to Gil, even talking to Nez.
Okay. I'm going to like nudge Fee.
You're looking for you're looking for like a more traditional.
Yes, something that would.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah,
Secret
you can,
handshake.
Yeah, you can say greetings and salutations, fellow Starstrummer.
I'm going to say that.
Greetings and salutations, fellow starry strummer.
You hear? Oh, you're from Starstrom?
I nudge Fee and nod at her.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, if you turn the lights off, trust me, turn these lights off, and I'll let you in. I promise.
How do we even know you're telling the truth?
You got to do this fast, or they're going to come up here. They're going to see the lights, and then they're going to kill you because they are very, very bad things.
Crumb, can you tell if he's lying? Can they roll insight?
I think we should fight everything here.
Okay, so that's pretty on brand. Can you tell, is he telling the truth?
Give me insight, Can, if you would like.
I would like. I kind of have a good feeling, though. I am rolling so poorly. 9.
Oh no,
9?
that's what I had to.
Whatever Can believes.
Okay.
Wait, what do you have against the guys down there?
I'm trying to remain inconspicuous because I'm studying them, so if you could please shut this off, they won't come over here and kill you. I do not want to see bloodbath.
Okay.
A bloodbath.
Here's
God,
what
is Nez in there?
Yeah. Here's what I'm gonna do. I can take it away. But
Do
if
it now.
if you
Seriously, do it
don't
now.
if
Do
you
it
don't let
so
us
fast.
in right away, I will turn it right
You've
back
got-
on. You believe
You've got
me.
seconds.
Okay, I will turn this.
turn it
I'll
off.
stop my fairy fire.
And immediately the door opens.
Okay, good. This is fine. and then and I'll hop on in.
That was so well delivered. Yes.
I reach my arm up to be pulled in.
Oh yeah, I'll pull her in.
All right, and you guys look at the interior of something you've never seen before. Inside is much larger than the outside. This appears to be a large room filled with books and objects of like different like brass objects. You see like a little workstation. You see like a treasure trove of items here that look as if they're used in some kind of studying or investigation or something like that. However, the strangest part is that there are no regular walls. Well, all you see is a dome covering the outside that magnifies everything around it. And Fee, since you're the first one to enter, as you look, when you're pulling Can from the outside is magnified by like 10. So it's huge, as if this like thing was actually small, but it like expands it. So you can tell that this allows everything to be expanded in a certain way that everything can have finer detail. But as you guys enter, you see like inside, sitting in a like kind of like hunched over, staring at a mirror, is what appears to be like a wrought mirror, like in like brass or copper or something. Is a kind of a shorter for their race elf with kind of like pale peachish hair, very pale skin, and like very large ears for an elf. That one kind of like bends in the corner, and he looks up and he's got like a little bit of scruff of beard. He looks like he hasn't been sleeping much, but he looks like very urgently. Come in. Close the door, please.
Okay. Sorry to get a little hasty up there.
It's okay. It's the nature of the business. But seriously, you almost like threw probably 2-3 weeks of research out the window.
Well,
so
why wouldn't you just say like, come on in or something if you're not going to hurt us?
I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to interact at all. So this is quite out of the ordinary. Let's talk shop here.
Yeah. What is this? This is so cool.
You've been here for like 3 weeks.
Something like that.
In this spot.
In this exact spot. Yes.
Have you seen what's been going on with that cave?
Yes, I have.
What about little mushroom kids?
Yes, they were taken right in there.
Okay. Is there something big and scary inside?
Oh yes,
What
absolutely.
is it?
Well, from the best that I can understand, there's some sort of spectral, astral shift here. A few of them came through portals, and these, I believe, if my research is correct, I believe these creatures are Githyanki.
Oh, what's that?
Githyankies.
Yeah, Githyanki.
Those damn Yankees.
But
And none of you guys. I will allow. No, well, Nez and Gil, you aren't there, but I would be surprised if any of you, based on the lore of this world, would know what a Githyanki was. But
You should.
yeah. So
You should find like a photo or something to share, because they can just, like, your description was fine.
go
but
ahead and.
I'll find one
Yeah.
and I'll share.
okay, yeah, do that.
These look slightly different than the traditional ones, but yes.
And
I
that's
also
who was
have
in the cave?
something that I'll show. That's what all of these creatures are, I believe. But they are slightly modified versions, so maybe they're not Githyanki, but they're definitely not Githzerai. So I'm not 100% sure. Perhaps a third subrace that has not been discovered yet.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh. So what's their deal?
Yeah. Why are they taking kids?
You guys see that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we can all see it. So I'm not 100% sure, but I do have my suspicions, and what I believe is that they somehow traversed from the astral plane and came here, and as is their nature, they are trying to conquer, and they are very smart about conquering, and I believe that they decided the best method was they discovered the nearby village was, I believe, the spore village of Anoka, and by that logic, they probably would have discerned a way to kind of upset the apple cart, as it were, and make it so that they could easily take over, because much in their nature, they love to conquer. And that's what I imagine is going on right now. And so I'm just, from a scientific perspective, it is quite delightful to see this all play out. Of course, I'm not allowed to do anything, not at least until my tenure here is at an end. But for the moment, it is quite nice.
I love this guy.
I mean, well, first of all, I mean, I don't think kids in cages are exactly nice. I don't know if that'd be the word for it. But second of all, what is your job? What is this 10-year situation? What do you do? I mean, you research.
I'm a researcher for the College of Catterwall over in Dragonwater. So I was assigned a duty. There was a slight variation in what we saw as portal or astral activity, as we like to say in the biz. And yes, after that, I was sent here to do some research. And of course, as I mentioned, I'm not allowed to interact with the subjects or anything like that. I'm merely here to observe and make reports and then send it all back when I'm done. However, I believe this will be quite an interesting detail once I am over with this.
Yeah.
Well, in the spirit of science and research, what do you know about these GIF Yankees? What are their weaknesses? What don't they like? What, kills them fast?
Yeah. Are they magic? Are they like...
Well, it's interesting because they live in a different plane, but they do come every once in a while to the material, although I do believe it's been hundreds, perhaps thousands of years since the last time any of them came over. They have a very storied history that would take quite a long time to explain to you, which I am perfectly okay to do, but it seems like you're in an urgent place right now, so perhaps I will give you the cliff notes, but they at one time were slaves of something called mind flayers. I don't know if you're aware of any of this, but it doesn't matter. So, in a short run, they were able to shake off the chains that bound them, and then they became sort of like planar traveling conquerors, in more or less. They like to occupy a space, take over as much as they can, and just kind of leave it worse than when they found it. So as far as weaknesses, they are intelligent enough. They're quite strong, so that is always unfortunate. These in particular seem a bit stronger than what I've seen for their level of technological advancement, but, that can be... research is always changing, so that's what I'm here to do. I'm willing to answer any questions you have, though I don't know how helpful I can be in this specific juncture, considering this is all new and I'm learning it as it goes.
Sure. So what's your name, guy? What's your name?
My name is Madrigal. Madrigal Corpus.
Madrigal Corpus. Okay. Well, pleased to meet your acquaintance. I guess my main question is: are they just leaving the kids in the cages then? If they're using them to weaken the village? That's
yes,
just it?
As far as I can see, they are, they've been holding them in a sort of hostage state, and they are, as I mentioned, trying to disrupt the order of the village. From the best I can understand, I have not actually seen what is going on in the village itself, because I have been here. But if I were to follow a certain line of logic, that's what I would assume. However, it doesn't appear that they've been hurting or wounding these children that they're keeping. Good. It seems like they are largely doing the bare minimum to keep them alive. So that's a plus, I suppose, if you look at the ethical humanoid perspective of it. However, from a scientific standpoint, it is quite strange. It's an abnormality. It's an aberration, if you will.
So are there only 10 of them?
Oh, no, there's much more than 10.
Oh, shit.
Where are they at?
What's that?
Where are they at?
Well, it seems like at first there were maybe 5 that arrived here and kind of were able to create a sort of imbalance in the power where the children were concerned, because they had taken up space here from what I understood, and then they were able to summon a portal to the astral realm, from best my understanding, and summon more and more. It seems like they're able to procure several per day, and so now, at my best estimate, I would say there's at least 20.
Okay, well, that's double what we thought, but...
Yes, double your original number, which is fine. That's well within the realm of, an error for any experiment.
Sure.
How do they make these portals?
That is a very interesting thing. I have not seen it in practice or action, but my best suspicion would be that they have some sort of object that allows them to open and close a portal, but it likely requires, based on the fact that they are so limited in their capacity to bring others over, that there are some components or materials that they are procuring in one way or another, and they seem to be finite, and so they are being very careful, or perhaps they are going out and collecting these materials in this area, which, now that I mention it, is quite rife with a large number of flora and fauna in this area that could possibly help in the components with astral magic.
Okay. Huh.
Now we are going to switch, keep those thoughts in your mind, we're going to switch back to our boys in the swamp.
Boys in the swamp.
How them swamp boys gonna get themselves out of this one?
All right.
Next week.
Down in the bottom.
So we are going to be back to the top of the order, but let me roll initiative for these others real quick.
Okay, Seth,
Go ahead and roll some foil real quick.
to refresh about Entangle, they can use their action to try and resist again, but it takes their whole action whether they pass or fail, so they won't be able to do anything else.
They cannot move, and they have disadvantage on strength. Or no, you have advantage. Let me see here. Attack rolls have advantage, and their attack rolls have disadvantage.
Yes.
And they have disadvantage on dexterity saves.
Yep,
I just saw all of your secrets on that card.
Which one?
I'm not telling.
It would have been upside down. So good luck.
My brain.
Process is
Whether it's upside down or not.
Prove it. Get on your head.
They can obviously stand in place and try and attack while restrained, but it's at disadvantage, though.
Yep. All right. So. Okay. All right. So, the initial entangled one, now that it has been fucking bamboozled like crazy, apparently gets kind of like the lay of the land, understands the nature of what's going on, and realizes this is fucking combat. And since the only person that they can see is Nez, he's going to lift his spear, his organic-looking spear, and he's going to loft it at you, Nez, and you watch as he hurls at disadvantage.
Nez always gets spears thrown at him.
Bring it. Yeah, literally the first thing that happened to me on this campaign.
Does a 12 hit you?
Yes, unless we're doing Ty goes to the defender.
Yeah, isn't that what we decided?
I thought
That's what we do.
I thought we
Ty goes to defender.
decided the other way.
No, I asked about the other way, but Ty usually goes to the defender. I think we have this conversation, but I'm pretty sure we always come to defender.
we have it every time.
Well, it's in the episode with the Balor, I think.
Well, let's just do until we find otherwise. Let's do defender.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So is that a no for a hit?
Correct.
Okay.
My
So
AC
the
is 12.
spear is chucked and lands right next to you, Nez. Just like sink right into the ground next to you. But yeah, and you hear him call out, "Come and fight me, coward!"
Oh.
That's not very nice.
Now, this one that is closest to you, Nez, it is his turn, and he wheels on you, or tries to, and he is kind of like jerking around. He does not have a spear. He has a sword in his hand, and he is just going to look at you very seriously, and then try to saw his entanglement off. So what's the save on this?
13 again.
Okay. Does he have disadvantage? No. So he starts sawing, and he's able to saw them away, and then he stands up to his full height, which is a few inches taller than you, Nez, and he gives you this sharp-toothed smile. You're going to die. Nez, it is your turn.
That's what you think.
Get him.
I am going to cast Hexblade's Curse on him.
Okay.
That is once per short rest. As a bonus action, choose one creature you can see within 30 feet to curse it for 1 minute, or until the target dies, or I die, where I'm incapacitated. Against the cursed target, you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls, score a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20, and regain 2 HP if it dies.
All right. So that purple circle will represent the curse. And do you also, is yours like Nez or Gills and Fees where you choose a attribute or no?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's a bonus action. So now I am going to run up on this fool.
Okay.
And start whapping with my rapier / staff.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead and roll to attack.
All right.
Wait, no, he's not
Nope,
restrained.
not advantage anymore.
All right, coming at him with a big ol' I'm going to use that D4.
Okay.
And I'm also going to use the D6 from
Okay.
MVPC.
Okay.
God damn. 15.
15. You like strike with the stick and he like puts his arm up and just blocks it and it just like kind of rebounds off of his arm.
Damn. All right.
And he just
He means biz.
all right, it's Sif's turn. You want him to keep moving?
Yeah, just keep patrolling, keep an eye out. Let me know if he sees anything else breaching the perimeter.
All right. Now it is one of the ones laying in the river on fire and entangled. So he is definitely going to use his turn to try to wrench himself out of this entanglement. And he fails miserably. That was a natural one. He's like struggling on fire and just like screaming in the water. All right, that's all for his turn. Gil, it is now your turn.
Which of those guys looks the worst? Do they look close to death at all?
This guy struggling in the water that was trying to like rip stuff off, he definitely looks really bad, as does the one next to him in the water. That guy's still standing, though. He's still on fire, he's standing, and he's also struggling with his binds.
I'm going to shoot the guy that's in the water.
This one?
Yeah.
The one that was just struggling?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. What are you just going to shoot him with a bow and arrow?
Yep, it's only a 13, though.
Only a 13?
Yeah.
All right, that does not hit, so it like kind of plinks and like floats into the water, narrowly avoiding him. Or wait, he's prone and restrained. So, oh no, only if within 5 feet. Okay, never mind. Okay, so anything else you would like to do?
I mean, I'll just pop behind the branches, try and remain unseen.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they're pretty distracted right now. You think that's going to be easy. You don't get the impression that they even know where you're at. All right, now it is Loom's turn. Loom is going to take another couple of steps, and he's going to fire another rock. Never mind. That one
Advantage.
goes right overhead.
Or is he attacking the big main one?
He's attacking this guy who already tore himself out.
Okay.
But yeah, so I guess, yeah, the big guy. So yeah, he misses, and but you could probably see this, Gil. He just kind of like looks frustrated, and he starts digging into his pack again. All right. And now we've got the humanoid who is next to the one struggling in the water. He's going to attempt to break himself out, and that is a 15 plus 3, so yes, 18. He breaks himself out of his entanglement, and that is his turn. And finally, we have this gentleman here on the far side who has kind of been largely inconsequential so far to combat except for being entangled. He too is going to try to break himself out, and he does not break himself out, so he's still struggling and on fire. Or no, he's not on fire. He's probably the best out of all of them because he's only been entangled so far. All right, we'll do one more round of this, and then we'll switch back to those two. All right, so the one who threw the spear at Nez is now going to attempt to break himself out. He's on fire. He is entangled. He needs to do something because he lost his primary weapon, and that is a natural 20. So he is able to break himself out of his entanglement.
He pissed.
Yes. Now the one in front of you, Nez, like kind of starts shaking his shoulders with laughter, and he's going to swing a blade at you. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, indeed.
All right. So you are going to take 17 damage from
I
this
am
attack.
going to cast Shield.
Okay. As a reaction?
Yes, please.
Okay, gotcha.
So an invisible barrier of magical force appears and protects you. Until the start of your next turn, you have a +5 bonus to AC, including against the triggering attack, and you take no damage from magic missile. Obviously, +5 isn't going to help, but by casting Shield as a reaction, it does trigger. Bear with me. My Arcane Ward,
Okay.
which once per long rest, when you cast an abjuration spell of first level or higher, you can create a magical ward on yourself that lasts until you finish a long rest. The ward has 9 max HP and takes damage instead of you until it reaches 0 HP. Whenever you cast an abjuration spell of first level or higher, the ward regains HP equal to twice the level of the spell.
Okay. So it'll absorb 9, you said, or?
Yep, so Armor of Agathis gave me 5 temp HP,
Okay.
and this gives me 9.
Okay,
that's
so 14. So you will only take 3 damage from this attack.
Yeah.
But you could tell that this was kind of like a fucking grievous slice.
He'll also take damage from your armor too.
Armor of Agathis.
Yes.
Yes, yep, we're getting
So
to
how
that.
much damage am I doing?
So you are going to take 5... Ooh, actually 10 cold damage.
Ooh, all right. So yeah, he like recoils as he hits you. I don't like tricks like this. And he's going to try to attack you again, Nez.
Oh.
He has 2 attacks. Never mind. He misses. He like goes for it, but he's still obviously like very overwhelmed by that cold, and his swing is wide, and he does not even stand a chance at hitting you.
All right.
All right. Now it is Nez's turn.
We are going to go with Blade Ward.
All right.
Cast at will. You extend your hand and trace a sigil of warding in the air. Until the end of your next turn, you have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks.
Nice. Okay.
And since it's an abjuration spell, my Arcane Ward gains 9 HP.
Very cool. All right. So you get an additional 9 temp HP.
Or actually, I'm sorry. I think I just fucked that up. 1 second. I definitely regained something, but let me see here. Whenever you cast an abjuration spell of first level or higher, the ward gains HP equal to twice the level of the spell. So I'm going to cast it at 2nd level, so I gain 4.
4. Nice. Anything else you're going to do with this round?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
That'll be all for now.
All right. And you just want Sif to keep moving?
Yes, please.
Okay, Sif is continuing to move around the perimeter. And Mr. Trapped in the water is going to attempt to unentangle himself again. But things are looking dicey because he is prone in the water, so things aren't looking very good. He does not unentangle himself once more, and now he is looking real bad. He's not doing great. Gil, it is your turn.
I'm gonna shoot the guy that's attacking Nez because things are looking hairy for him.
All right, go ahead and roll to attack.
Ooh, no. I'm suddenly just rolling bad.
Oh no, it's because you rolled too good for too long.
That's what I was
At
telling
least you're
Billy.
safe.
10 for both.
You are an Icarus.
Nope. Your arrow flies far too wide and does not even come close to this creature. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna think to Fee. Nez might be in trouble.
Oh shit.
Excellent. All right. Now it is Loom's turn. he has now withdrawn another of this like tangle of like wooden rods and latches and hinges, and he's going to give this one a nice little loft up into the air. He's going to drop it right into the water where it goes up in a splash and then disappears. And that's going to be the end of Loom's turn. Then we have this one, who is now no longer entangled. The only person he currently is focused on is Nez, and he's going to run up to Nez, and he is going to attempt to hit him with his Warhammer.
Okay. Can I cast shield again yet?
No.
Not until the start of your turn, yep. And that is an 8, so I assume that does not hit you.
It doesn't.
So he misses with his Warhammer, but all he does is laugh. A little bit harder to kill than we might think. You're a big one. So the final one, the one who's probably sustained the least amount of damage, is going to move down, cross over a little bit of land and into the other side of an inlet, and aim his bow at who he perceives to be the biggest threat, because he has spotted Loom. So, man, I am rolling like shit, which is probably good. So yeah, he fires and he doesn't even get close to hitting Loom. He's not even close, but Loom sees him now, and so it's very interesting that they have noticed each other from across the way. And that is the end of that round. We are going to switch back to Can and Fee.
Whew. Okay.
So what else can I help you with?
Well, first, I guess, Can, I just got a message from Gil that Nez might not be doing too well. Does this ship move?
Oh, are you asking me?
Yeah.
It does, in a manner of speaking. Just, well, it's not commissioned to move right now, so I can't. I could move it if I had permission to, but because of the nature...
You have my permission.
Well, I definitely appreciate that. That is not exactly what is involved. I need authoritative permission from the higher-ups in the College of
Like
Cattle.
it's impossible to do it unless you have permission, like it's completely locked down, or like you are respectful of their authority.
More the latter. That it's definitely something that I physically can move it, have the ability to. However, I am unable to because I will get quite an admonishment if I were to do so.
Oh,
What
okay,
if-
I get it. So what if we do it?
That's
you
a
do
good
what?
point.
How would you do it if, for the sake of science, how would you do it if you were going to? I mean, I'm interested in mechanics. Driving.
He kind of leans down towards you, like he believes you. Well, unfortunately, you need the tracer emblem in order to actually operate it, which I have, and it's a signature to my spirit. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to allow you to do it even if I wanted to, but I am very intrigued by your keen scientific mind. You're working it over. I can see that.
I nudge Fee.
Yeah. So you can't move it without your specific symbol? Is that my...
Yes, it is a it's
What's it
keyed
look
in.
like?
My emblem is keyed into my spirit. So unless I am the one to activate it, it will not work, and I am unable to, as I explained, because of the nature of my job and research. It's all above board. I imagine it could be much easier, especially when it comes to finding food at times, but such is my lot.
Well, what if I told you that we could take you to a scene that would probably blow your research case wide open?
Are you trying to deceive or are you trying to persuade?
Persuade.
Give me a persuasion roll.
I'll help her, and I'll say...
Give me a persuasion
Yeah.
roll with advantage, depending on what Fee says.
Depending on what I say right now?
Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, you've been studying those creatures, but you haven't really seen them too much in a battle, and it sounds like they're in a pretty heated battle, so I don't know.
They're in a battle. Why, yes. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
I did.
Oh no.
13.
13? That sounds exciting, but my research is definitely here. What possible reason would I have to uproot when this is the hub of activity?
Well, it sounds like the action has moved.
Where are you getting information from?
I
Show
have
him the tooth.
Yep, I've got this this little gem right here. This is a communication tooth.
Give me a dex save.
Okay. Oh shit.
Is he grabby?
I guess he's grabby. Okay, and in response, I am going to slap his hand. I got 21.
Oh yeah, he like reaches out. I'm sorry. I wanted to see that. I wasn't trying to take it from you, but can I inspect it?
Sorry, instinct. I will hold it close to you so you can see it. But since I don't have permission and it's not technically mine, I'll hold it if that's okay.
Yes, that's perfectly fine. I don't want to tarnish the nature of the experiment.
And actually,
can I have?
Actually, as I start to go forward, I'll be like, I think
pull it back.
I think we need to move this ship before I can show you. And I've got some other cool shit too. And I don't know. Do you know much about like Eladrin or like Feywild and stuff?
Oh, yes, I have quite the extensive knowledge on the Feywild, the Eladrin, all sorts of Fey creatures and stuff like that. Being a Fey ancestry myself, if you couldn't tell, I know
That's
I look
true.
a little strange for an elf, but I am an elf. But, however, you do bring up an interesting point. You have a communication tool. You have been receiving it. You have said, and he points to you, Ken, that there's a more interesting battle going on.
I smell a promotion.
A promotion? Well, we don't have much for promotion, but we do have larger lodgings and more responsibility and accountability, which is largely the same thing.
And not to
I
mention
smell more
respect. Can you imagine?
responsibility.
Yeah, and can you imagine?
You guys are both talking at once.
Sorry. And can you
No, you're
imagine the respect that you'll get? Just showing up, being like, well, I know we were doing this one thing, but I can tell you about this communication device I found, and all this stuff I saw in battle. Like, you're just gonna come in here with a treasure trove of information if you move the ship.
Yeah, what do you see in here? Just a bunch of gif Yankees like hanging out and sleeping and shit.
I know. Can you imagine, Ken, if you just stayed here and missed that whole battle?
Wow, boring.
I'm sorry. Wow, boy.
That sounds like something for someone who maybe sleeps in like a small studio.
All right, who wants to roll persuasion? The other
Like
person
a
will give you advantage.
I have a +4. What do you have, Ken?
+3.
Okay, I'll do persuasion. Is it an advantage?
Ken will be giving you advantage, yes,
Okay,
because you
thank
guys are
God.
just working this dude over super hard.
Oh yeah. Okay. 23.
23?
Nice.
Yeah. I
He
got
like
2
bites
at
his
first.
bottom lip.
You know it's what you need to do.
All the best researchers are badasses who take risks.
That is true. All right, so where is this location?
I think it's.
Don't know.
I think it's
That's why
that
we
way.
need
As soon as he asked, I was like, fuck.
My understanding,
Do know.
it's at the swamp and it's in this direction. So if we just move that direction, we'll
Oh, I know
probably
exactly
find
what
it.
you're talking about. Okay, yes. Hold on tight. And before you guys can even do anything, he like raises his hand in the air, and you guys watch as this emblem glows on his hand, and the where it was like magnified walls, it turns opaque and dark blue. And then suddenly, everything is vibrating, and you guys shoot up into the air, like at top speed. And then suddenly it's no longer blue and translucent again, but it's not magnified. It's as if you're seeing it for what it is, even though the space inside is much larger. Give me dex saves, both of you.
Okay. 16?
16?
It's not
What about for you, Can?
7.
You should start rolling analog, baby. So yeah, so Can, you kind of lose your balance in here, but there's not a lot of space to like fall or anything,
Can
so
I
you'd be
try
able to
to
grab
grab
onto the
her?
wall.
Is that a thing?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to
With
grab
I mean,
her.
with the dex save you had, you'd be easily able to grab Can to make sure she doesn't fall.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, Can, you like lose your balance a little bit? Fee grabs you. and you guys zoom into the air, rising up 100, 200 feet, 300 feet, 400 feet. You guys are super high up, and then you stop, and then start flying forward and traveling very, very, very quickly. You guys see the trees and everything whipping underneath you, and after like 30, 40 seconds, you guys stop and are hovering above a swamp and a battle scene. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Oh, man.
Your boos do not affect me. I've seen what makes you cheer.
Hey, you signed that NDA.
I know, that's what I'm not saying.
Shut up.
International waters.
This ship reminds me of
right.
Out of the Box, and I fucking love that. Like, that's one of my favorite things. It was my favorite kid show when it's small on the outside and big on the inside.
A TARDIS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Now it's time for tonight's MVPC. The most valuable player character. I want you guys to tell me who deserves an additional 1d10 of DM inspiration. Now, for those of you listening, and for those of you around the table, Nez is 1, Gil is 2, Fee is 3, and Can is 4. On the count of 3, I want you guys to hold up the number of fingers corresponding to the person you would like to see become the MVPC. Now, I'll give you a moment to decide, and then we will vote.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 1, 2, 3, vote. I can't see yours once again, Billy.
What do you
Is it-
mean?
Oh, sorry. It was kind of off screen there. All right. So we've got 2 votes for Fee, 1 vote for Can, and 1 vote for Gil. Nez, why'd you vote for Gil?
Entangle.
Nice.
That tangle arrow was coming in clutch.
Very nice. Fee, why'd you vote for Can?
She had some really good ideas like entangling the ship, because if it wasn't the way it was, then that would have been good. And then also driving the ship, I would have fucking loved that if we just took off with Can just driving this ship. It'd be so fun. But yeah. Also Persuasion team, like,
Yeah.
it's great.
Can's a bit mischievous. It's turning out.
Yeah,
Just
I love it.
Commandeer this ship.
Yeah.
I think Can and Gil are a little bit more alike than they know. But Gil, why'd you vote for Fee?
I liked Fee's go get him attitude with the just chasing after the dude and threatening him, like using fairy fire on the ship and stuff, and just how that all played out where they both convinced him to help. So it was cool.
Very nice. And Can, why'd you vote for Fee?
Yeah, I liked the assertive nature, and I liked all of the persuasion, and it definitely helped me out, as I am not as persuasive a person.
Very nice. That means tonight's MVPC is Ophelia Raimadori. Take your 1d10 and maybe use it for anger management classes.
No thanks.
No thanks.
Get bent.
More like get spin. I'm going to spin that.
Have you tried fuck you?
I'll pencil you in for it. All right, well, that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for that beautiful background music. Thanks to all of you listeners. If you like what you hear and you'd like to just sing our accolades and praises, head on over to Apple Podcasts or really anywhere you can leave a review and give us one. We'll read it. We promise. Anything you write, we will recite. Is that right? Whatever, it rhymes. I don't care. Anyway, if you would like to contribute monetarily to our cause, our long-standing feud with Hungry Man Dinners, which was once a friendship, allyship, and partnership, is now bitter rivalry. The legal costs are extensive, so head on over to patreon.com/D20_syndicate. Check out our tiers. We've got bonus content. For those of you listening and you want to hear a little bit more of the D20 Syndicate and you're not sure why, but you got that itch, get on the Patreon because we have bonus content, stuff you will not hear literally anywhere else. And you will be able to listen to our sweet dulcet tones as we discuss things like how many trips to Wendy's is too many trips to Wendy's, and which of the movies that came out in the 90s is the most medium. Things like that. We also have swag bags. You can create an NPC. Check it out. Patreon.com/D20_syndicate and see if anything trips your crossbow. Go ahead, make us warlocks. We have a Discord. It's free. That's all I'll say about that. And the link is in the description of the episode, wherever you're listening to this episode. We also have merch. Merch is available at TeePublic. If you like to rep the brands that you listen to, check out TeePublic, check out the D20 Syndicate. Go ahead, get yourself a smock or a fucking do-rag or something. I don't care. Fucking go there, do it. It's all good. It's all gravy, and it's all branded. Anyway, that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for listening. I am your host and DM, Seth, and this is the D20 Syndicate Podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Bye-bye-bye-bye.
Oh man, I'm gonna get a skip it with the D20 Syndicate logo on it. Previously on Into the Undervoid, Gil, Loom, and myself made our way through the swamp. I said swamp really weird. Swamp. Swamp.
Swamp.
Swamp. Swamp. Squeak squamp. Squeak. Squeak squamp. 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 Squid up.
The fuck did I come back to? Squawk,
Previously on.
squawk.
I feel like Billy and I used to do that in high school. Like we'd go up to each other like,
All the time.
Everybody's Jerry Lewis.
but we were like too fresh to that we shouldn't know who that is or understand
Yeah.
the reference, but we both did.
I think I was mostly referencing or trying to pantomime Dr. Fink.
Who is based on Jerry Lewis, yeah.
Yeah. So, second generation Lewis. Well, I guess I would be third generation. I was copying from the cop of Jerry Lewis.
I was doing
Yeah.
Lewis and Clark.
Jerry Lewis and Clark.
Oh, I thought you said Lois and Clark, the Superman movie with Dean Cain, or show with Dean Cain.
That show was so good.
No,
Man, the 90s were wild. All these like, hey, let's take fantasy and or just like children's stories really and turn them into drama serialized TV shows for primetime television. Beauty and the Beast. Another prime example.
Yeah.
didn't they kill off Beauty on that show?
Wait, what show was that?
Beauty and the Beast.
It was written by George R.R. Martin, starring Ron Perlman.
When?
He was
and Linda Hamilton.
a beast. Yeah, and Linda Hamilton. He
And he
was the
lives in
beast
the
that lived in the
sewers.
sewer. Yeah.
When was this?
Early
the
90s.
90s.
I'm pretty
What
sure she died.
What channel? What station?
I don't remember.
I want to say it was NBC.
Could have been.
Maybe.
I have
It was
no
either NBC or ABC. It was one of
what
those.
This is.
This was definitely not on in our household.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it stopped in like 89 or 90.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Well, that's because
I
I was
mean-
a tiny little baby boy.
I definitely only remember like very vaguely commercials, I feel like, or clips.
I mostly remember promo photos.
Yes, very, very like it's Fabio-esque. Like
yeah, like a
portrait.
Fabio lion.
Yeah.
Oh, I Googled it.
Nice.
Hot, right?
They just turned him into a cat person.
What did you?
That's all they did.
What did you expect it was?
Which,
gonna
like, he doesn't look that far off from. You still know that it's Ron Perlman.
Oh, yeah, he's got
Right.
very.
I mean, no matter how much makeup they throw on that
yeah,
dude's
like
face,
there's no cosmetics in the world that can cover up that Perlman face.
it's like in the Bean movie where they're trying to like fix the painting that was destroyed, and it just keeps getting destroyed.
Just
I
keep
don't-
pulling a Mr. Bean.
How tall is Ron Pearlman?
6'2", 6'3".
Oh.
I think
So,
he was
like-
in that list that we were looking up recently in our band chat. Just like
How tall is
celebrity
everybody?
heights.
Yeah.
Look at these hunks.
Reasonably tall. He just has such a massive looking head. He has one of those heads I want to like put my hand up to the side of and just like see how big it is.
Gigantic head.
Yeah, it ran from 87 to 90. Good call, Tomas.
Yeah.
That was before I was born.
You missed out.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they killed her off, and they're like, "What do we do?" It's called Beauty and the Beast.
Like
Now we
every
get a new beauty on the horn.
Now it's called
late-
End the Beast.
Do we
and
capitalize
then in the boardroom
A
it
or
became
no?
End the Beast. Every late 80s, early 90s show just jumped the shark way too early, and then they were like,
It's the 80s.
yeah, whoops, we can't put the genie back in the lamp. The Ron Pearlman's out of the bag.
One more. I have to say
Another
something
tangent,
about
go.
Ron Pearlman.
Yeah.
He looks like he would be a rock person. Like if anyone was going to be
Like
a
made
rock
out of rocks?
person,
He looks
it was
absolutely.
Ron
He looks like the
Pearlman.
rock person from
100%.
Neverending Story. He's barely different. Like, put them side by side.
I'm really glad no one
Rock
disagrees.
Pearl Man.
Exactly. Yes, that's the one. It was meant
Blowing
to be.
Tomas's mind.
See? Yeah.
Dwayne the Ron Pearlman.
Maybe he's
That dude has such good range.
Every type of rock.
Did anybody else ever go to somebody else's house who like had more channels than they did at home, and there was like the commercial?
That was every house.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
same.
any house
Every
that had
person's
more-
house.
So that's not the defining factor. Here's the defining factor. Here, the actual question. And there was a commercial for like Stars, and they did the Ode to Joy with like showing clips of the movies that they would show on Stars, and primarily it featured scenes from The Rock.
Okay, question now, because this is super dating, and I know we're deviating, but this will be at the end or something. Maybe it's not funny. Maybe it's just something. But
It's a thing.
I mean,
bonus rock.
for all you fellow poor 90s kids, like he mentioned Stars, do you remember Stars free preview weekends where they would give you access to a channel for the weekend, even if you didn't pay for the channel? And
Wasn't that still on cable though?
we had a cable connection, but we only had the basic channels. Like we had like 8 channels or something, but then they would have these free preview weekends, and then it was just a mad scramble to get as many VHS tapes, and we would just put one in and then record
Yes.
the whole day.
Yes.
And then swap out a new VHS tape, record for the whole day.
And you have the piece of tape on the spine, and you'd write which
Yeah.
movies
Oh,
and
for
try
sure.
to timestamp where they're at and where they start and shit.
But it never like perfectly fit like 4 movies on. So like you'd have to switch out mid movie, and then like you'd miss a chunk of it, but you'd have most of it if you were fast enough.
Yep.
It was a weird time, guys.
Wild.
Yeah.
Fucking wild and crazy.
I
Watching
miss the
shows
way
manual.
VHS smells.
I miss the sound of it going in.
Yeah, that's a good sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very satisfying.
I just miss Blockbuster a lot.
Yeah, I miss going to the video store. Just the ritual. Like sometimes. I don't know. I think it's one of those things where obviously nostalgia, rose tinted glasses, blah, 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 all that shit. But because there are also times, you know, when you'd go to the video store and it's just like, man, there is bullshit.
Nothing. Yup.
Yeah. And you're
yeah,
just-
but that's when you can find some like really bad movie and just enjoy that for what it is.
yeah.
We used to watch everything, like every new movie that came out. We watched so many movies, and then we had like 500 VHS tapes. Like we would.
We
just,
have unlocked a passion of Tomas's, right?
that's why I know so much about movies. Like that's where I started like paying attention to who's directing what, like who's starring in what else they've been in. So much useless information is from that time where we only did like we didn't have a video game console or anything. We were just sitting there watching movies all the time.
Man.
A very lonely childhood.
fucking wild.
Yeah.
If
probably
only I knew
watched
about
RoboCop
D&D. I would have been playing
Yeah.
D&D.
Watched RoboCop 3 way too many times. That movie does not deserve to be watched more than once.
I literally don't remember all the ones I watched, but there is a large percentage in that time that was bad because I did not have good movie influences then. It was my mom who she just rewatches what the fuck
Dirty
is it?
Dancing.
The Proposal again and again. Not even Dirty Dancing, not even like a classic, just The Proposal.
Oh,
Just again and again.
that didn't come out until after
Yeah,
your
I don't-
Wait,
your
is that
rebellious
also
phase.
the one with?
Sandra
Right.
Is
Bullock.
that the one with Ryan Reynolds and
Yeah.
Sandy
Yep.
Bullock?
Sandy Bullock's.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, she loves
Sandy
it.
B.
Okay.
And before that, I don't think she watched like much of anything. So I watched like
Heated movies. Until that one came
Until
out.
that one. That was the one that unlocked her passion for
You know
feature
what? Now I'm
film.
going to give him a
she
chance.
just went hard. I mean, I
And then
don't
she was
know.
disappointed by everything else, so she just continues to rewatch
You're
that.
not that proposal. Click.
Why doesn't this have Ryan Reynolds and Sandy B in it?
Julia Roberts, the poor man, Sandy B.
Yeah.
I'm still in character, Mika.
Well, I'm trying to see what side of this fence Mika's on. Are you pro Julia Roberts?
Well, I think, like, undeniably, like, it was before Sandra Bullock came on the scene that Julia
Granted.
Roberts was like
Yeah,
the
Mystic
fucking
Pizza.
person.
She was coming in on her way out, but then also,
but Julia Roberts still wasn't on her way out.
right,
She was still holding very strong.
She had a peak, but then she went down for a little bit. Then she had an Oscar, and then she just stopped doing things.
Yeah, Sandy B started like nudging in, Demolition Man, and then right after that, Speed. Yeah.
I'm going to have to say,
and then,
though,
and
in
then she
terms
was like,
of
"Hey, no!" And then Julia Roberts came back in with fucking Aaron Brockovich and was like, "All right, now I'm gonna have a Julia San here, Julia Sans."
I love Sandra Bullock, but I have to say that Julia Roberts might be a little bit more of an icon.
Oh,
Agreed.
Yeah,
fair. That's
there's
fair.
there's no disputing or
Nope.
I'm
whatever.
curious to ask like people nowadays, like the generation right after us, if who they would know most, because like Sandy B was in Miss Congeniality. She was in Gravity, which is
I love that we're still calling her Sandy B.
That's what you do.
Sandra.
just lean into it. I don't know. Like she's been in more stuff recently than
More
Yeah,
recent
yeah.
things, and I feel like a lot of the stuff that she's done has been memified more. Ooh, memified, like mummified, but memified.
She's also
a
gotten
thing.
into like a lot more serious roles than Julia
Yeah,
Roberts.
she did The
seemed
Blind
to.
Side, and that got a lot of
Yep.
traction.
Ugh, yeah.
Ugh, indeed. Ugh.
I don't need sports movies in my
No.
life, especially like a high school sports movie. Fucking please.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you know
That-
how many times I was forced to watch Remember the Titans because it was like the appropriate movie to watch at school?
I had to watch that at school too. It's the only time I saw it, and it was at school, and I saw it 3 times.
Like every fucking year. Like anytime there was a chance to watch a movie, they were like, you know what I got in store for you kids? No. I don't want to
Substitute
watch.
teacher.
I don't want to remember the Titans.
I want to forget the Titans.
Desperately.
No
Never
more
forget the
Titans.
You know what?
Honestly,
Oh, Captain, my Captain, fuck the Titans.
honestly, like the only sports I like is movie sports because, and I know
Yeah.
we've talked about this before. I think we talked about it at you guys' apartment how you don't like sports movies, but I'm like, I'm here for it. It's like good versus evil or something. They make it like feel like it matters even though it doesn't
Yeah.
at all.
You telling me you all
That's the
don't
part
like the
that I
Mighty
hate.
Ducks?
Okay, I
The Mighty
kind of
Ducks
get
was
into
good.
the baseball
But
movies.
that was less about sports.
There tends to be some pretty good baseball movies. Sandlot, like, pretty fucking
Bull
good.
Durham.
What?
Rookie of the Year is the best sports movie ever. I think I've gone on record saying
That's
that
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
already. But
Funky butt
Stand by
lovin'. It has the greatest line uttered in cinematic history. Funky butt lovin'.
Yeah. My mom also watched What Women Want, but I did like that one.
Oh,
wait, is that the one with Mel
that's-
Gibson?
yeah.
And
Where
Ashley
you
Johnson.
hear women's thoughts.
Yeah.
Ew, that made me very uncomfortable because I was thinking like, oh
Yeah.
my God, what if Mel Gibson could hear my thoughts? I would die.
And then manipulate you to have sex with him.
It was like
Yeah.
at the apex point where it's like he's too old for this, I think. Like, like he was just on the cusp of,
This is
I don't like this.
The invasion of the people's mental spaces is fine. But he's old
He's not
now.
age appropriate for his superpower.
I can't root for him. Now, if Ryan Reynolds was doing it, then we could
That would
talk.
make sense, yeah. There's not enough Viagra in the world to make the superpower worth giving to Mel goddamn Gibson.
Like, he knows what they want, but he's like, I can't do anything with it. I'm too old for this shit.
That would have been the more interesting movie, where he's just like, you know what? I'm
almost
tired.
spit
I'm
coffee
tired and I
everywhere.
can't. So he really would just like become friends.
I'm tired and I can't.
Not interestedly.
Shut up. I just want to eat Spam and watch my shows.
But I can't hear the
damn it.
actresses on the TV. Tell me what they want. God damn it.
Fine.
is like a
get
southern-
the fucking shit out of your garden. You know what? Fine. Let's go. Let's get.
Fuck about it.
Quit thinking about how my ass looks in these shorts and get the weeds out of your fucking garden.
So your mom was a fan of that movie?
Yeah. And also Runaway Bride. I forgot about that. That was a big divorce one. Like after she got divorced, she went hard on Runaway Bride. Got the soundtrack. Like,
Whoa.
yeah, it surrounded our lives. And I don't know.
What is on the Runaway Bride soundtrack?
Oh God. It's not good. Probably some Shania Twain, I
the
think.
news is out. They find.
Hold on, everyone go
Yeah.
around the horn and say what song you think is probably on the Runaway Bride
I'm gonna
soundtrack.
check
Okay, you
it.
go first.
I think American Girl by Tom Petty
Okay.
is probably on
Probably.
All right.
That's just a wild guess.
That's
Okay.
Feel
not
like it.
That's not a bad guess at all.
Man, now it's coming back. Okay. Oh fuck.
I'm gonna say that I think "Hungry Like the Wolf" by Duran Duran is on the Runaway
Close.
Bride soundtrack.
Close.
I'm gonna.
Wait, you can't be looking it up already.
I'm gonna go with "Maneater" by Hall & Oates.
Okay.
When did it
Did
come
you
out?
fucking cheat,
When did it come
Billy?
out?
You fucking cheated. You cheated. How'd you know Maneater is on there?
Lindsay, when did it come out?
Oh,
99.
90. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say late 90s.
Who is popular? Ricky Martin.
Richard Gere and Julia Roberts featuring a Ricky Martin song. I don't know.
I bet there's a Mark Anthony song on there
That I can go for.
because he's like
I
the
Need to Know.
the more romantic
Yeah.
side of things.
All right. So somebody reveal the soundtrack.
okay. So there's Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For by U2, of course.
That makes
yeah.
a bunch of sense.
Which, yeah, remember that. There's a couple.
That's gonna play over like the bridge of the movie, like the in between the second and the third act where they're doing the soul searching. I
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah.
There's a couple of the Chick songs. So Ready to Run and You Can't
Damn,
Hurry the
low-hanging fruit.
just
And I
one
missed
minute.
it.
You know, love don't come easy. Did you hear that one? Or what-
Anyway.
or do I just know it
We
because
all
of the
know
soundtrack?
we all know the song.
Oh, we do. Okay, there's I Love You by Martina McBride. Maneater. How the fuck, Billy? You are a cheater, I swear. I
When did that come up in the
believe
movie,
you.
though? Was there like a bar scene or something?
I
Well,
don't.
because she's notorious. So I haven't seen the movie, but I'm assuming she's notorious for leaving men at the altar.
Wasn't
Yeah,
Actually, I
but you
think
have to, if you're going to work that song into a movie, it has to be something like they're out doing karaoke or some dumb shit. It's a romantic comedy.
or it's like one of those scenes where they're just walking slowly, like towards the camera, and they just
Or
look
it's the
to that.
it could be the title screen like song.
Yeah, or some sort of montage.
Yeah, montage,
Some
like
sort of
getting ready for
montage of
another
her-
date.
I feel like it's got to be
Exactly.
somebody else, like, because she's not coming. She's going. Like, she's not, oh, here she comes. It's like, oh, where'd she go? Like, it's not the same.
It's not about the here she comes or there she goes. It's that she manipulates.
drink when he said that. She's like,
It's that she has this reputation, and she fucking just eats the men up and spits them out, and she's done with them, and then she's gone.
all right, what other songs we got?
Yeah, hit us.
From My Head to My Heart by Evan and Jaron. I don't know. I'd probably know if I heard it because, I lived it.
All right, pass.
Blue Eyes Blue, Eric Clapton. And
Pass.
that's What Hurts, Hall & Oates. Never saw blue like that. Sean Colvin? And You Can't Hurry Love. I said that one. You Sang to Me by Mark Anthony.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, nice. Very good.
Come on. Hungry like the wolf.
You're the Only One for Me by Allure. Before I Fall in Love by Coco Lee. Where Were You on Our Wedding Day by Billy Joel. And It Never Entered My Mind by Miles Davis.
I'm disappointed that there's not a more running themed song. You know?
Can't touch this.
And I ran so
far away.
Or Run
On my
Away,
wedding
Bride,
day.
Never Coming Back.
It's a nice day for a white wedding.
You'd think. I mean,
Oh,
Wedding
shit,
Singer
man.
took that one, though, so.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
I'm
straight
surprised that Tom Petty song wasn't on there.
I'm surprised
It
there
just
wasn't
seemed
any
like,
Cher.
It really
Or
does.
any-
Time that
It
was
really
always
does.
Celine Dion? Like, no Celine Dion? Really?
I swore Celine Dion was on there, or Shania Twain, but I'm not seeing anything.
It's the Dixie Chicks. That's what you
that-
Wait,
remember.
but there was Martina McBride on there.
Yes.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
the Chicks.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep saying Dixie
Yeah.
Chicks in my head.
Yep. It's kind
No,
of
the
wild
Dixie Chicks were on there too.
because,
They're called
like,
the Chicks now.
yeah,
Not them.
That's true.
yeah. It's kind of wild because, like, that had to be my mom's, like, emo point, but I just think it's really funny that she was watching Runaway Bride as her, like, sad thing. Definitely outsadded my mom.
She has like super thick mascara on and black hair, just watching Runaway Bride.
I don't know. And then it turned into Kenny Chesney after it, so I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Hold on, wait. She went from watching movies to just
Pretty much stopped
she gave up the movies and just switched to country
basically,
music.
yeah. And,
Okay.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
God damn.
It was a
is rough.
weird childhood because I just was along for the ride. I apparently just like watch what she watched sometimes a lot.
Women of that age love Kenny Chesney.
Fucking yeah.
Like, it is like they've never
It's,
seen
like,
him pull his
so
hat up.
much. Yeah.
He's just got a chestnut shaped head.
I remember him looking like shiny for some reason.
A turtle.
Yeah. Definitely not a rock person. He is shiny. Why is he so shiny?
Because his hat's always under that, or his head's always under that hat, getting damp and shit.
Yeah.
He's actually a rock person, and he's a geode.
Yeah, that's what his
I
species
guess.
does. They make moisture.
They
What
put him
is-
through the rock buffer.
What does he remind me of? Maybe like a
The
crab.
ball polisher at the bowling alley.
He's definitely a sea critter of some kind,
he's
but not
like
like an
a-
in the ocean kind, just like an
Right.
ocean adjacent type. He's like a burrowing sort.
Sure.
Like he needs to stay moist. Like
Yeah.
he'll dry up.
Yeah.
He needs to be
He
close
loves
to a
salt
body of
water,
water.
but
Yes,
he can't really breathe underwater for long.
I just think
he's a selkie.
He's a crab. He's an evolved crab, and he just doesn't have the claws anymore. He's
just-
a worse crab.
You've obviously never heard any of his songs because they got the hooks, baby.
Is this
She
being
thinks
influenced by
Montractor
his shiny
sexy.
head, or is it influenced by his beachy vibe?
A little column A, a little column
Yeah,
B.
I think it naturally evolved that way.
That is true. How? Okay, Kenny Chesney, you can't have both. He had to fucking like water songs, but he also has the farm songs. You gotta
Go back
pick a
to the
lane.
sea.
Pick a lane. Yeah.
Where you came from, you fucking selkie.
You-
Stop taking our ladies.
You're not even a person. You're a crab, and we know it.
to the sea.
Kenny Chesney.
Throwing rocks at him. Get out of here.
Kenny
But truly, what's
Chesney.
better than like spending the whole like planting and harvesting season, working hard on your farm, and then, once that's over, you just hightail it down to Mexico, spend a few months on the beach, relax. It's all worth it.
Then disappear into the Gulf for the winter.
Godspeed you to the sea, Kenny Chesney.
He just walks arms open into the surf.
Just takes him,
Take this conch,
bites him back
hillbilly.
with loving arms.
I'm coming for you, my daddy, Poseidon.
I realize the song whatever the big orange ball sitting in the water is, whatever that is, I realized it was biographical. He was the orange ball.
That was his egg that he grew out of.
It's the egg.
It all makes sense.
All the
I love all the
Chesneys
Kenny
emerged
Chesney
from an
lore
egg.
that we're coming up with here.
And while he was in the egg, his daddy Poseidon only played him the Runaway Bride soundtrack.
It's all connected.
This is my destiny. I must emerge from the sea.
I must crack out of this egg, climb upon the shores with my blind little pale rat-like eyes,
See you
and
later,
make my way to
Daddy.
a farm.
And then,
I'd like to see a tractor, Daddy Poseidon.
yeah. And then
The comma in a different spot. I'd like to see a tractor daddy, tractor hyphen daddy, comma Poseidon.
So where did your mom go after Kenny? Anywhere? Or she's still hung up?
Nickelback.
Yeah, pretty
She's
much.
still in that
Yeah, I think
phase.
then
They
it
did-
turned into Tony Times, and then it became like Nickelback and
Tony times.
Tony Times.
You've got your Bible times, your medieval times, and your Tony times.
Is that how you remember your life? Like the divorce time
My
and
mom's
then Tony
life.
times?
Yeah, my
It's Tony time.
my life, seeing the
I
perspective.
imagine he
of my
showed up
mom.
on the first date.
It's Tony time. And for some reason, she didn't leave, like you said.
She's like, I kind of like the vibe. Let's see where this goes.
No, I am getting sick of Kenny Chesney.
And I guess I'm over the Runaway Bride soundtrack too. So
The era of Kenny is over, but the time of Tony is just beginning.
And it's been Tony time ever since,
yeah, yep, pretty much.
with
So,
a little Nickelback peppered in.
Nickelback, Breaking Benjamin, yeah, and then started liking football. My mom did not like football pre-Tony.
I think
Pre-Tony
I think
times.
These are
times.
all
PTC.
these are all subdivisions of Tony time. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're
like
still
on the
living in
ti-
Tony times.
Yeah, like
for
in the
sure.
timeline, you got the little okay, Nickelback, football, Breaking Benjamin,
Yeah,
Under
And
the
then-
umbrella of PTT.
yeah.
and then we don't talk about the last 2 years.
Tony time is actually also Miller time because he also likes Miller beers.
It's a colloquialism.
Yep. Yep.
It depends on what region you're in.
Unless
Yeah.
it's a
Tony
holiday,
time, Miller
then he
time.
drinks Stella.
Yeah.
That's his distinguishing beer.
And the proposal did come about in Tony time, so she's got a movie for each era, I guess.
Just one, though.
Just one
Once
for
every
each
15
one.
years, yeah.
Yeah. And then she just keeps watching it again and again. And then, yeah, so
Moms are weird.
My
Now you
body
know
feels weird.
everything
I don't
about
know.
my mom that you ever
I
needed
think I had
to.
a minor heart situation. Going. I had some sort of cardiac event during that conversation.